Yulon True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another evening officer video. Of course, it's time for another officer and another epic one this time, but before I talk about Geordi LaForge, I just want to quickly say, if you did not look in the pinned comments under the videos, you might want to have a look there. And if you ever thought about supporting my channel, there's also, besides a lot of different information, also the chance how to do that. But let's talk about Geordi. Geordi is, as I said, an epic officer. He is class engineering, of course. He was the chief engineer of the USS Enterprise D. He's from the TNG crew. That means as a captain he can get synergy from them and give synergy to another TNG crew captain. And he's from the Faction Federation. That means you need Federation faction credits to upgrade him. Of course, there's an information text about Geordi in the inbox as well. I will not go into those depths now, especially if you're a Star Trek fan, you will definitely know who Geordi LaForge is. As I said, he can get synergy. That means he does have a captain maneuver, and that's field strip a fusion reactor. And that means that Geordi LaForge increases the rewards your ship receives from defeated Armada targets by 50%. So he is an Armada loot officer. So he could be very helpful when you are going against Armadas. I'm using different loot crews nowadays, but Geordi could really do that, because I'm not usually going against Klingon Armadas, and that's why I'm not using LaForge, because I have stronger officers anyway. But it has a reason why I would use Geordi if I'm using a TNG Armada crew on Klingon Armadas, and that's his officer ability. Geordi LaForge increases weapon damage against Klingon hostiles and Klingon Armadas by 150%. So with those TNG crew members, I talked about Beverly Crusher and Troy at that point, you have to have a look, what Armadas are you going for? And in this case, Geordi, except if you really want to use his loot ability as captain, is only really good against Klingon Armadas. Of course, you can use him as well to give synergy to another if you don't have any better, but that's why I usually don't use Geordi in my TNG Armada crew when I use it with Riker as captain. There are sometimes so many Armada events that you need all the Armada crews you can find. But if you are going against Klingon hostiles, Klingon Armadas, before you have the Cisco or Chakotay crews or whatever, then Geordi would be a good choice. As an epic officer, he of course has 3 possible away team traits, and that's engineer, physicist, and adaptable. As you see, I still haven't upgraded him much. I should do a bit more, but I only have him on level 10, and so he's not one of my strongest officers for away teams either. And in the future I will do more on that regard, because I usually would only send him to away teams now. But it always depends where you are in the game, what officers you have. Talking about officers, by the way, the time I'm filming this, I was quite lucky to get flocks during the material events, because I had to upgrade so much on my station to finally get to the shipyard I wanted so urgently. It was a hell of a journey. I will talk about that tomorrow when I talk about one of my new toys. But that's why I don't have so many officers left that I don't have. But of course you want to know how to get Geordi, and that is in his case not that complicated, at least as it is with some other officers like Phlox, for example, at the moment. He is in the Ultra Recruit section, and there you already see him together with Deanna Troi and Riker from the same group. And but you see that I was much more lucky with Troi than with Riker or LaForge with getting those shards here. But that's the easiest way to get them, in the Ultra Recruit section. And once you have maxed your first rare officer, the transporter patterns will appear, and then you also have Geordi LaForge here in the transporter pattern section. it's only epic officers here, and so he is an epic officer, and fortunately he is one of them here. I'm looking forward to changing that Scopely changes that again. They change it from time to time and add new officers, because there are a few officers that are really hard to get that I still need, and they are not in the transporter pattern section. But if you are up for Geordi LaForge, there he is. If you want to talk about your experience with Geordi, or if you just got him and are using him at the moment, then please write it in the comments. And if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read that. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen, right next to the subscribe button. I'll see you there. I'll be back.